everybody, welcome to TechieStraight Academy. In this video, we are going to be talking about React use state hooks. So before we go, it says if you have a stateful logic that needs to be reused in several components, you can build your own custom hooks. So let's go into details. Now we have React use state hooks, which says the React use state hooks allows us to track state in a function component. State generally refers to data or properties that is needed to be tracking in an application. If you want them to use a particular example, use state would use that. So we have how to make use of use state. To use the use state hook, we will first need to import it into our component. At the top of your component, import the use state hook. Let's check our components here. Can you see in our favorite color here, we have use state imported here. So this is how you import it. Import use state from React. So at the next one, notice that we are destructuring use state from React as its name exports. So if you want to know more about destructuring, use ES6 destructuring, and I've talked about destructuring in other videos. So we have initialize use state. We initialize our state by calling use state in our function component. Use state accepts an initial state and return two values, which is one, the current state, and number two, a function that updates the state. If you want your state updated, like you can see, let's check this video out. Let's check this example out. We have the particular state which is red, and we want it to be updated to blue. Let's check this part. If I click on blue, it has been updated. So that is, if I click on red, it has been updated. So that is what is saying that the current state, which was red, and the function that updates that state, which is, we created a function that updates the state to what we want it to do. So initialize state at the top of the function components. This is, we already did something like this. Notice that again, we are destructuring the returned value of the use state. The first value color is our current state. The second value is set color, and is the function that is used to update our state. These names are variables that can be named anything you would like. Lastly, we set the initial state to red, which we wanted that to be the initial state. So let's proceed to our next part. We have read state. We can now include our state anywhere in our component. We can use it anywhere. We can do this example. You can use it anywhere. You want your color to be red. So we have update state. So update our state. We can use set state updater function. This is the. So now let's move to the next slide. We have example, update state with a button. In this place, we already did an example here where we updated our state with a button. We created, in this place, we said the initial color, set the color to red at the moment. So if there is an update, which is blue, the button here that we did here changes it to blue, red, pink. So that is on click, that once we click on it, you set the color to red. Once we click on this button, you set the color to green. Once we click on yellow, you set the color to yellow. Once we click on pink, we set the color to pink. I hope you understand. So we have, what can state hold? The use state hook can be used to keep track of strings, numbers, booleans, arrays, objects, and any combination of these. We could create multiple state hooks to track individual values. I hope you understand. We're going to do an example in the next video. Please do well to follow up in the next video. It will be just a short example of what states can hold. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do well to follow us across all socials at TechieStraight Academy. See you next time. Bye.